President Tinubu appoints Ambassador ISMAIL ABBA YUSUF, chairman of NAHCON. Former Vice President ATIKU calls for the reconsideration of the general election, described it as insensitive and poorly judged. KOGI Assembly confirms reappointment of Pension Commission DG, lifts suspension of IBAJI Local Government Area Chairman EMMANUEL ONUCHE. EL-RUFAI'S lawyers condemn unlawful attempted arrest of EX-KADUNA governor. I will step down if the construction of ABUJA KADUNA KANO road project is proven to be inferior, UMAHI. New VC PAAU Professor OGBO resumes, and new Poly Rector AVIDIME holds familiarization meeting with Management Academic Board. Popular Nigerian scholar Professor BIODUN dies at 80. From Lokoja, the historic confluence city where rivers Niger and Benue meet, this is Weekend Pulse on Malakai TV, your trusted window to the Starry's Shaping Award, bringing you a comprehensive roundup of the week's biggest headlines, from politics and business to community development, security, entertainment, and inspiring human interest stories across Kogi State and beyond. I am Avoy Unwogu. Thanks for joining us. President Bola Tinubu nominated Ambassador ISMAIL ABBA YUSUF as the new chairman CEO of the National Hajj Commission, NAHCON. The appointment is subject to the Senate approval in accordance with the provision of Section 3(2) of the NAHCON Act 2006 in the press statement released by BIODUN, the special advisor to the President Information and Strategy, through his Facebook page. President Tinubu sent a letter to the Senate President Godswill Akpabio requesting the expeditious confirmation of Ambassador Yusuf to replace Professor Abdullahi Usman, who resigned after about 40 months in the post. Ambassador Yusuf is a seasoned Nigerian career diplomat who served as the Nigerian Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary to the Republic of Turkey from 2021 to 2024. Kogi State Polytechnic's Lokoja graduated a total of 6,824 students at both National Diploma and Higher National Diploma levels in the 2023-2024 and 2024-2025 academic session. Before the convocation was a press briefing held at the conference hall of the institution, where the outgoing rector reads out all his endeavors and achievements. He charged the graduates to be good ambassadors. We join our reporter for the details.
The outgoing rector of the Kogi State Polytechnic, Professor Salisu Usman Ogbo, was appointed first as the acting rector in 2020 by the former governor Yaya Bello, confirmed as the substantive rector in 2021, until he was appointed as the Vice Chancellor Prince Abubakar Audu University, PAAU, after the tenure expiration of Professor Marietu Tonoche. Professor Ogbo spoke on the level of decay he met when appointed, the challenges he took with high spirit head on to address them systemically. He restored the system gaps and the lost glory of the institution by adopting the 3R mission of repair, reform, and restore.
The timely release of results and the impressive number of graduates are clear indications that Kogi State Polytechnic has moved decisively away from an era of uncertainty to one of predictability under an academic confidence. It affirms our confidence to ensure that students graduate as at when due without unnecessary delays, frustration, or administrative bottlenecks. I wish to also point to record here that out of those who are graduating, since we came on board, we started by 24 students from 24 states of the Federation are schooling in this polytechnic. As I speak to you today, students from the 36 states of the Federation are schooling in Kogi State Polytechnic. This is unprecedented. You cannot have that, not even in some federal institutions. But as a state polytechnic, for us to have students all the way from Adamawa, Rivers, Sokoto, Taraba, and needless I should mention about Edo, Ekiti, Kwara, because it's like this is their home. So it tells you that the confidence that we have, the parents have with us, not only that, the national outlook of this polytechnic. In terms of quality assurance, we have put in place a lot of measures. Introduction to new statement of result template were put in place.
He noted that this guiding philosophy has been diligently implemented through wide consultations, stakeholder engagement, and a robust, commitment-driven approach.
Before we came on board, we inherited an institution with litany of abandoned projects. I repeat, litany of abandoned projects. By the special grace of God, we have not just completed all those abandoned projects, we have also initiated and executed and completed new ones after those ones. A typical example is this 1,000-seat lecture theatre that we are in here today. This 1,000-seat lecture theatre had defied all therapy to the extent that I think members of that had concluded that spirit has taken over the place. And I told them, I think I do not know why, maybe God directed me to make that statement. But after I made that statement, I left that place and said, Ogbo, why did you make this statement? At this other hall, at one of the Boli assemblies, I told them, I said, this structure that has been abandoned, that we have tried everything, that trying to defy all our effort, if that project did not kill me, I will kill the project. I don't know why I made that careless statement. When I was leaving, I said, some person may not like you. What if they begin to pray so that this project will not be completed, so that they will kill you? But we put deliberate effort in place. I must commend my team, the principal officers and management, governing council. I must use this opportunity now because we are no longer fighting against Director of Fiscal Planning. Very young man, very dynamic, very energetic.
The rector also acknowledged the support of the institution's visitors, former Governor Yaya Bello and Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo, as well as the 10th Governing Council Management Academic Board members, government officials, security agencies, traditional rulers, staff and students.
I want to use this opportunity to, in a special way, thank His Excellency Alhaji Yaya Adoza Bello for giving me this platform, for giving me the opportunity, for believing in me, for the trust, and for opening this door for me. I must also thank His Excellency Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo for the love, for the confidence and the trust they had in me. It is unprecedented for somebody's appointment to be renewed. 8 years to the end of the tenure. That is unprecedented. And not only, 8 months rather, 8 months to the end of my tenure, that is unprecedented. Not only that, while serving, I had barely spent 1 year into my second tenure. He found me worthy again to be appointed as Vice Chancellor of Prince Abba University. The only thing I owe is loyalty, commitment, dedication, sincerity of purpose, and to continue to do those things that they saw in us, that they believe that we are worthy of such elevation. I promise not to disappoint my principals, His Excellency Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo, and I promise never to disappoint the good people of Kogi State.
Speaking at the 5th Combined Convocation Ceremony, Professor Usman said a total of 2,965 students will be conferred with diplomas, prizing 1,711 National Diploma ND graduates and 1,254 Higher National Diploma HND graduates. And no fewer than 79 students graduated with distinctions across various academic programs. He expressed deep appreciation to media for its sustained support and partnership while urging continued cooperation with the next leadership of the institution. Faith Adike reporting for MSCTV.
Kogi State Ahmed Usman Ododo reaffirmed his administration's commitment to strengthening tertiary education as Kogi State Polytechnic Lokoja held its 5th combined convocation ceremony. The ceremony held at the institution's main campus in Lokoja celebrated graduates from the 2023-2024 and 2024-2025 academic sessions. The governor was represented by his deputy Joel Salifu Oyibo. The governor described the convocation as a reaffirmation of the importance of education as the most reliable pathway to personal advancement, institutional relevance, and sustainable development. Let's join our reporter for more.
The convocation marked the final official outing of Professor Usman Ogbo as the rector following his appointment as Vice-Chancellor of Prince Abubakar Audu University. Several projects executed under his administration were commissioned by Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo, represented by the Deputy Governor Joel Oyibo across the main campus and Itape campus.
SECON and the leadership of Ahmed Usman Ododo.
At the Itape campus, the School of Preliminary Studies, Lecture Room 3 and the Campus Fence project were commissioned. As the main campus project included the 1,000-seat lecture theatre, Office of Technology and Management building, CBT extensions, and the School of Communication building.
I stand before you representing my own dear principal Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo to commission the School of Preliminary Studies in Itape. Almighty and to the benefit of mankind. Next one. Next to be commissioned is tractor workshop in Itape. Hereby commission this house, the best use of all our people in Kogi State and the diasporas. This is a lecture hall at the campus. On that same road, this house is hereby commissioned.
Speaking at the ceremony, the Deputy Governor said the Ododo administration has sustained reforms in the education sector, ensuring uninterrupted academic calendars, improved infrastructure, enhanced security, and better welfare for staff and students.
Our administration firmly believes that education remains the most potent instrument for sustainable development. Since assuming office, we have focused on consolidating the gains recorded under the immediate past administration of His Excellency Alhaji Yahya Bello, while making reforms aimed at improving quality, relevance, access, and sustainability across all tertiary institutions in the state. A major area of this consolidation has been the sustenance of an uninterrupted academic calendar across our tertiary institutions. We remain resolute in ensuring that students graduate within stipulated time frames. As academic stability is fundamental to quality assurance, institutional credibility, and stakeholder confidence.
He commended the federal government and TED Fund for their support in infrastructure development, staff training, and research in the institution.
I therefore urge the governing council, management, staff, and students of this polytechnic to extend the same level of cooperation, support, and commitment to the new rector in order to sustain and further advance the progress of this wonderful institution. a place where Kogi State can consistently produce a highly skilled and competitive workforce for industries within and beyond our borders. I congratulate all the graduates once again and urge you to be worthy ambassadors of this great institution.
Governor Ododo praised Professor Ogbo for completing the 1,000-seat lecture theatre abandoned for over 16 years, describing it as a symbol of accountability and effective leadership. He noted that Professor Ogbo's appointment as Vice-Chancellor was based on his performance.
This remarkable achievement informed our decision to appoint the workaholic rector of the Polytechnic, Professor Salisu, as the Vice-Chancellor of Prince ABBA University and IBAJI. His exemplary performance in implementing the development blueprint of Kogi State government and his well-deserved elevation. He succeeded another academic Amazon and performer of reports, Professor who served her term with distinction. On behalf of the government and people of Kogi State, I sincerely thank both of them for their invaluable contributions to the advancement of tertiary education in our state.
In his remark, Professor Ogbo said the Polytechnic overcame challenges such as court-related violence, infrastructural decay, and accreditation issues through reforms anchored on the 3 R's: repair, reform, and restore.
Your Excellency, we met an institution that countries raised supreme in this Polytechnic. Your Excellency, without sounding modest, since we came on the campus, we have never had any incident of cult-related activities within 6 years we came on board. Your Excellency, we came on board, we met litanies of abandoned projects. Thank God the 10 fund representatives are also here. One of those abandoned projects is this 1,000-seat capacity lecture theatre, which was started in the year 2010. Your Excellency, 16 years after, I'm happy to report that we have completed that project and by here under the same roof. Your Excellency, at the point we were told that spirit had taken over this building, and we told them that human that we are, with our prayers, with the support of the government, we can control spirits. By the grace of God, we have been able to talk to the spirit to leave this place so that human can make use of this structure. Your Excellency, we met an institution that was deficient in ICT. By the grace of God, we have introduced e-examination, e-result competition. Our students can check their results from the comfort of their house, no longer place results on the notice board. Your Excellency, we met an institution that has failed accreditation program dated back to 2009. Your Excellency, as I speak to you, and I stand here today, that we're living Kogi State Polytechnic, we have our program, all our programs fully accredited by the NBT. Your Excellency, not only that, we also introduce new programs that are core as a part of the core mandate of the Polytechnic. Your Excellency, we met an institution that had backlog of the promotion areas. We were able to clear that. We were able to clear through the efforts of the government the backing of the staff promotion dated back to 2014 to 2022. Your Excellency, we met about 3 years of academic allowances of our staff. We were able to clear that up to 2024 to 2025 academic session.
He added that all programs now enjoy full accreditation, with new ones introduced in engineering, agriculture, management, and technology. Chairman of the Governing Council, Barrister Sani Shuaib, commended Professor Ogbo, stating that the convocation represented the consolidation of reforms under his administration, especially in restoring academic stability, improving campus security, achieving full program accreditation, and expanding academic benefits.
The Council, Academic Board, Management, staff, and the students of Polytechnic remain sincerely grateful for your steadfast commitment to the development of education in Kogi State. I also wish to commend the Academic Board, Management, staff, and students of the Polytechnic under the resourceful leadership of Professor Salisu Usman for their collective dedication to sustain excellence and institutional stability. Indeed, the transparency, resilience, and sense of purpose demonstrated by the aforementioned stakeholders have significantly contributed to the continued progress of the country. While the government will continue to play its part, we also call on stakeholders, alumni, development partners, and well-meaning individuals to support the polytechnic through partnership and strategic intervention.
The ceremony also featured the conferment of fellowship awards on Governor Ododo, late former Governor Abubakar Audu, the State Accountant General, Dr. Abibat Tijani Onumoko, former Minister of State and Labor, Professor Stephen Ocheni, and other distinguished Kogi citizens for their contributions to the institution. A total of 6,824 students graduated during the 5th Combined Convocation Ceremony of Kogi State Polytechnic, Lokoja, covering the 2023/2024 and 2024/2025 academic session. The graduates comprised 3,892 national diploma and 2,932 higher national diploma students, with 117 graduating with distinctions. BIODUN Sadiq reporting for MLC Television.
The rector of the State Polytechnic, Professor Sanusi Salihu AVIDIME, held separate familiarization meeting with members of the institution's management and academic board on Thursday, 12 February 2026 at the Council Chamber of the Polytechnic's campus, Lokoja. Professor AVIDIME, who took over the mantle of leadership as the institution's 8th substantive rector on Wednesday, 11 February 2026, expressed appreciation for the warm reception accorded him, describing it as both encouraging and motivating for the responsibilities ahead. According to the press statement signed and made public by the institution's Director of Public Relations and Protocol, Uredu Omale, AVIDIME acknowledged the pivotal role Kogi State Polytechnic has played in the academic growth and development, emphasizing that the institution's progress must be inclusive and beneficial to all stakeholders. The rector called on members of management and the academic board to lend their full support to his administration, stressing that teamwork and unity of purpose will further strengthen the institution and enhance academic excellence. In a speech marked by clarity and resolve, Professor AVIDIME pledged sustainable and build upon the achievement of his predecessor, Professor Salisu Usman. He urged staff members to remain dedicated to their duties while fostering an atmosphere of peace, mutual respect, and friendliness, noting that such an environment would help prevent rises and unhealthy rivalry. Members of the management and academic board who spoke in turns assured the new rector of their full loyalty and support, pledging unwavering support for his leadership. In the same vein, the new Vice Chancellor of the Prince Abubakar Audu PAAU, Professor Salisu Ogbo, resumed his new role. Professor Ogbo took over the PAAU affairs after the tenure of Professor Marieti Tenuche. Tenuche welcomed Professor Usman, praising his excellence, expressing confidence in his leadership. While thanking God and Governor Usman Ahmed Ododo for the appointment, Ogbo appreciated former Governor Yahya Bello for his support, promising to build on Professor Tenuche's legacy. He described Professor Tenuche as a force to be reckoned with in administration and academia. The Kogi State House of Assembly has confirmed the reappointment of Mariam Abedo as the Director General of the Kogi State Pension Commission, alongside 3 commissioners and a part-time chairman. Those confirmed as commissions are Umar Isa, Suleiman Yakubu, and Ibrahim Mohammed, while Usman Adedayo was confirmed as part-time chairman of the commission. The confirmation followed a letter sent earlier to the Governor Ahmed Usman Odudu and read as the preliminary by the Speaker of the House of Assembly, Ali Umar Yusuf. The nominees, who introduced themselves, as responded to questions from lawmakers during the screening exercise, particularly on the backlog of gratuities and pension, were asked to take a bow after being found suitable to serve in the Kogi State Pension Commission. The House subsequently adopted the report of the Committee of the Whole and confirmed the nominees through a voice vote presided over by the Speaker. Following the voice vote, which confirmed the nominees, the Speaker, Ali Umar Yusuf, congratulated the newly confirmed Director General, Commissioners, and part-time chairman of the Kogi State Pension Commission, while urging the nominees to justify the confidence reposed in them by Governor Ahmed Usman Odudu and the Kogi State House of Assembly. The Speaker emphasized that pension matters are sensitive and directly affect the welfare of retirees who have served the state diligently. He therefore charged the appointees to ensure transparency, accountability, and prompt payment of pensions and gratuities. Speaking with journalists shortly after her confirmation, Mariam Abedo assured pensioners of better days ahead. She was overwhelmed by the caliber of stakeholders who accompanied her to the assembly, pledged not to disappoint the confidence reposed in her. Mariam Abedo was first appointed Director General of the Kogi State Pension Commission, PENCOM, in August 2020 by the administration of former Governor Yahya Bello. Meanwhile, the Kogi State House of Assembly also screened and confirmed nominees for the Kogi State Bureau of Public Procurement. Those screened and confirmed are Justice Sunday Otu as non-executive chairman and Ehimoni Joshua as Director General of the Bureau. We go for a short break. We'll be right back. Please stay with us. In every office of power, behind every bold decision lies a story. Beyond the titles, beyond the policies, beyond the profit lines are the people shaping our nation's future. Welcome to Beyond the Desk, where we sit with leaders, innovators, lawmakers, and visionaries redefining politics, business, and purpose. It's going to be insightful, influential, and inspirational. This is Beyond the Desk, hitting the right button, getting the right results. Beyond the Desk, tell the society your true identity. Welcome back. This is Weekend Pulse, broadcasting from Lokoja, the confluent state of Nigeria. And now on politics. The 6th Assembly of Kogi State has unanimously endorsed President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Governor Ahmed Usman Odudu for a second term in office. The endorsement was announced during a courtesy visit by members of the 6th Assembly to the Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Odudu at the Government House, Lokoja, the state capital. The team, led by its chairman, Ahmed Umar, held a closed-door meeting with Governor Ahmed Usman Odudu before briefing journalists on the outcome of the engagement. We join our reporter Faith Adike for the rest of the story.
Speaking to Government House journalists after the meeting, Governor Ahmed Usman Odudu said the visit was to appreciate God Almighty for life and leadership, as well as commending President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for his impactful governance across the country and particularly in Kogi State. Governor Odudu disclosed that The lawmakers expressed gratitude to the president for approving the establishment of free trade zones and an airport in Kogi State.
They are here to appreciate God Almighty for our life. They are here to appreciate Mr. President, President Bola Ahmed TINUBU, for the good job he's doing, not only in Kogi State, across the country, and of course for the special support he has given his son in me, Ahmed Usman Ododo. They are here to appreciate him for graciously approving the free trade zone for us as a state, because we need it more than any other state. They are here to thank Mr. President for giving us an express approval for establishment of airports. Kogi State borders 10 states, including FCT. Kogi State is the original gateway that connects the north and the south. Kogi State has mineral deposits in commercial quantity. We have over 32. If we don't have airport, how do we unlock it? So they are here to appreciate Mr. President for that singular act.
He noted that members of the 6th Assembly expressed confidence in his leadership of the president and the state and strongly believe in their continued service to Nigeria and Kogi citizens beyond the current tenure.
And of course, they are here to endorse Mr. President for his second term coming. And they are telling me to tell Mr. President not to bother to come to Kogi State, because in Kogi State, APC owns it all. And from their message, they say I'm still very strong, very energetic, and they want me to continue to serve them. They still have a message for me. We appreciate them for recognizing the good job Mr. President is doing.
Speaking to newsmen, the leader of the team, Umar Ahmed Umaru, said the visit was to demonstrate solidarity with the governor and formally endorse both Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for a second time.
We're here this afternoon to come and show solidarity to His Excellency and indeed to endorse his policies and government and his second term in office, by God's grace, and indeed the second term of His Excellency Ahmed Bola Tinubu for his second term too in the presidency.
He added that the 6th Assembly supports the policies and programs of the current administration, which he said are geared towards improving the welfare and development of people of Kogi State. I am Faith Adike reporting for MSC TV.
The Kogi State House of Assembly has lifted the suspension of the chairman of IBAJI local government area, EMMANUEL ONUCHE, following the consideration and adoption of the report presented by its Committee on Public Petitions. The decision to lift the suspension was reached during preliminary after lawmakers deliberated extensively on the committee's findings regarding allegation of misconduct and financial misappropriation. According to the committee's report, a thorough review of relevant documents, submissions, and evidence revealed that the claims of financial misappropriation were unsubstantiated. Presenting the motion for the adoption of the report, Chairman of the House Committee on Public Petitions and member representing Ogori-Magogo State Constituency, Bode Ogumala, urged members to accept the committee's recommendations. He noted that due process was strictly followed throughout the investigation and noted that the affected chairman has tendered apologies where necessary. The motion was subsequently put to a voice vote and received overwhelming support from members of the state. In his remarks, the Speaker Ali Umar Yusuf reiterated the Assembly's unwavering commitment to good governance, peace, and accountability across the state. He emphasized that while legislative oversight and investigations remain critical responsibilities of the House, fairness and justice must always prevail, and no individual should be sanctioned without credible and verifiable evidence. Emmanuel Onuche resumes his duties as chairman of IBAJI local government area with immediate effect. Emma was suspended over allegations of gross misconduct on 12th November 2025. Kogi State APC youth have condemned the recent actions carried out by the senator representing Kogi West at the National Assembly, Sunday Karimi, following the APC Congress stakeholders meeting held in the state. The youth APC leader Mohammed said that the Kogi youth find it disturbing and unacceptable that the beneficiaries of the APC party's collective struggles, sacrifices, and electoral goodwill will now take steps capable of weakening the internal structure and public interest. The APC youth leader condemned the act during a press briefing held at the APC party secretariat in Lokoja, the state capital. Our reporter tells us more.
According to the youth leader Mohammed, the APC in Kogi State was painstakingly rebuilt and strengthened under the leadership of the immediate past Governor Yaya Bello, whose political vision and structural reforms laid a solid foundation that continues to sustain the party.
The Kogi State Youth Constituency has strongly condemned the recent action posture of Senator Sunday Stephen Karimi following the APC Progressive Congress stakeholders meeting he convened on 14th February 2026, describing his conduct as a direct attempt to fight, dispute, and undermine the very party that gave him the platform to emerge as senator representing Kogi West Senatorial District.
He further noted that his legacy is presently being consolidated by the Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo through a purposeful leadership, continuity, and inclusive governance, stressing that any attempt to question or destabilize this established structure is unacceptable.
Youth find it disturbing and unacceptable that a beneficiary of APC collective struggle, sacrifice, and electoral goodwill would now take steps capable of weakening the party's internal cohesion and public image. The APC in Kogi State has thoroughly rebuilt and strengthened under the leadership of the immediate past governor, His Excellency Alhaji Yaya Adoza Bello, whom effort lay a solid political and structural foundation that continue to strengthen the party. This legacy is currently being consolidated by the executive governor of Kogi State, His Excellency Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo, through purposeful leadership and continuity.
The youth describes Senator Karimi's conduct as a deliberate move to sabotage the party that entrusted him with a senatorial mandate, emphasizing that such actions are inconsistent with the values of loyalty.
APC in Kogi State has maintained a clear slate in electoral victory under the supreme leadership of Alhaji Yaya Adoza Bello and His Excellency Alhaji Ahmed Usman Ododo. The party currently occupies 25 over 25 seats in the State House of Assembly. 7 out of 9 House of Reps members are all APC. 2 out of 3 senatorial seats in Kogi State are APC. The 21 local government chairmen and 239 councillors are all APC members. These facts were achieved through unity and togetherness. I want to use this medium to appreciate the state APC chairman, Honorable Abdullahi Bello, for his visionary leadership and for ensuring absolute victory for the APC since his assumption in office. Any attempt by Senator Karimi to question, discredit, or destabilize this established structure is viewed by Kogi youth as an act of ingratitude and a deliberate move to sabotage the party that entrusted him with a senatorial mandate. Such actions do not reflect the value of loyalty, unity, and collective responsibility expected of a leader elected on the APC platform. The youth, therefore, condemn and reject Senator Sunday Karimi's action in their entirety and urge him to retrace his steps, respect the party's supremacy, and align himself with the collective interests of the APC in Kogi State. The party strength lies in the unity, not personal ambitions, and no individual is bigger than the party.
They reaffirmed their unwavering loyalty to the party leadership and their commitment to protecting the unity and strength of the APC, insisting that the future of the party lies in cohesion, not division. You will recall that Senator Sunday Karimi, Suleiman Baba Ali, Dr. Kashin Akko, and other stakeholders of the APC, led by its chairman, Captain Idris Wada, met in Lokoja, Kogi State, under the auspices of the Kogi Progress Stakeholders Forum to endorse President Bola Tinubu for re-election. I am Faith Adike reporting for MSCTV.
In Kogi State politics, one notable shift in recent years has been the increased participation of women in governance. During the administration of former Governor Yahaya Bello, more women were mobilized into key and sensitive positions, and few elected to both national and state assemblies. As preparation gradually built towards the 2027 general election, another woman is stepping forward to reshape the political narrative in Adavi Okehi Federal Constituency, a move many described as historic. Dr. Aisha Ibrahim Aduke, former Managing Director, CEO of Kogi Investment and Property Limited, has declared her intention to contest for the House of Representatives seat. If successful, she will become the first woman to represent the constituency at the National Assembly. Dr. Aisha, who worked closely with former Governor Yahaya Bello for 7 years and is credited with notable achievements, is contesting on the platform of the African Democratic Congress, ADC. At a town hall meeting held at Tafari Hotel Hall, she received strong support from youths and women who pledged their commitment to her aspiration. Addressing supporters, Dr. Aisha promised to establish small-scale factories aimed at empowering youths and women through job creation and wealth development for a brighter future. At this point, we join a reporter for more details.
With songs and chants in support of Dr. Aisha Ibrahim Aduke, youths and women gathered in large numbers to declare their backing for her aspiration to represent the Adavi Okehi Federal Constituency at the National Assembly. Addressing the people at the town hall meeting, Dr. Aisha Ibrahim Aduke promised that if given the party ticket and eventually elected, she would prioritize people-oriented programs. She also pledged to bridge the infrastructure gap across Adavi and Okehi Federal Constituency and create sustainable economic opportunities capable of transforming the area.
During my tenure as the Managing Director of Kogi Investment and Property Limited, the agency experienced visible transformation through development, sustained growth, and measurable progress. These are not claims, these are facts, and they are there for all of us to see. I do not merely make promises, I deliver outcomes. If elected as your representative, I pledge to take this proven leadership to National Assembly and work tirelessly to fix Adavi and Okehi for today's generation and for generation yet to come.
Dr. Aisha further assured the people of improved living standards, wealth creation, and the building of stronger communities.
It's not going to be sharing of wrapper, rice, and whatever. There's going to be a concrete and sustainable, investment in both Adavi and Okehi, like by creating or building small industries where our youth and women can work to regain their dignity back. It just like I've left a lot of legacy in when I was in Kogi Investment and Property Limited. I revived so many industries. We build the offices. We have estates under me. So we're going to replicate all of that here. We're going to go into not just building houses, whatever. We're going to go into agriculture so that we can be self-sufficient.
The president of FOAN for Good Governance, Johnson Joseph, said the organization is committed to ensuring citizens connect meaningfully with the government to enjoy the dividends of democracy. He noted that considering Dr. Aisha's antecedents as former Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Kogi State Investment and Property Limited, she has the capacity to attract infrastructure, human capital development, and investment opportunities to the constituency if elected.
You can see the representation, you can see what the future holds for the people of Adavi, OGBO at the federal level. You know, our principal in the person of Honorable Dr. Aisha Ibrahim Adoke has hit the call to represent her people. And this is a step towards positivity, is a step towards growth, community sustainability projects. She has done this before. She's not a person who promises and don't deliver. Like I earlier said, nothing dies in her hand. She has the love of her people at heart. Her antecedent has spoken for her already. The good thing is she's a goal-getter. She's not going to be deterred by any form of bullying. So my advice to her is to stand firm. She's got the backing of her people, and that will stand out for her.
In separate interviews, youth and women representatives said their support for Dr. Aisha is based on her track record and called on constituents to allow her to serve.
This woman has a vision that tallies with us. Supporting the youth and women has been the cry of the nation. And this is her vision. Let's support her to a greater height. From her words, from her speech delivered today at the town hall, I believed in her, and I know by God's grace, if she gets there, she will remember where she come from and she will support the youth, because she's a mother that knows the pain of children, and she's a mother that attends to people, and definitely I believe she will hold us as a mother.
An interactive session was also held, giving participants the opportunity to better understand her vision and plans. Dr. Aisha Ibrahim Adoke served for 7 years under former Kogi State Governor Yahya Bello as Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of the Kogi State Investment and Property Limited. She is seeking to contest on the platform of the ADC in the 2027 general election. From Okene, Khadijat Mohammed, reporting for MLC TV.
A dramatic scene unfolded during a recent committee session as Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan walked out after a heated exchange with the presiding officers, insisting she had not been given an adequate opportunity to speak. The incident captured on Voice TV showed the Kogi Central lawmaker objecting to the attempt to close proceedings while she was still seeking recognition. As the gavel was about to be struck, Akpoti-Uduaghan firmly protested. Natasha urged the committee chairman not to hit the gavel, that she still had something to say and she should be respected. But the chairman went ahead to hit the gavel, which automatically stopped the meeting from further hearing, as Senator Natasha packed her documents. According to report, the session had grown tense over disagreements surrounding the policy matters connected to a Jakarta State company, which is under review. Counsel to former Kaduna State Governor Malam Nasir Ahmed El-RUFAI have condemned what they described as an unlawful attempted arrest of the former governor by security operatives from his arrival in Abuja. In a statement issued by Ubong Esob Akpan of the Chamber of Ubong Akpan, the legal team alleged that El-RUFAI was accosted by operatives of the Department of State Service (DSS) shortly after disembarking from Egypt's air flight MS-877 from Cairo without any arrest warrant or formal invitation being presented. The law firm also noted that they had reached out to the agency to inform them that El-RUFAI will appear before them. They further alleged that the operatives physically snatched El-RUFAI's international passport. During the confrontation, an act the lawyers described as nothing short of stealing, the unlawful taking of private property by agents of the state acting without color of authority, resulting to arrest despite this clear commitment exemplifies arbitrary conduct and undermines procedural integrity. People watching were told to have intervened, insisting that the former governor could only be arrested upon presentation of a legitimate warrant. APPOINTS listed several sections of the 1999 Constitution as amended, which he said were violated by the attempted arrest, including Section 34, 35, 36, 41, and 44, covering rights to dignity, personal liberty, fair hearing, freedom of movement, and ownership of property. The statement stressed that El-RUFAI had no intention of evading any lawful investigation. The legal team vowed to pursue legal action against individuals and agencies involved, insisting that the judiciary remains the ultimate arbiter. Meanwhile, the Department of State Service (DSS) on Friday clarified the circumstances surrounding the reported seizure of former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-RUFAI passport at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. The DSS stated they only seized his passport in response to a request by an anti-graft agency, so he would honor their invitation. There was no attempt to arrest or detain him. We hope the EFCC will also come out to tell Nigerians their role in all these sagas. The Independent National Electoral Commission has released the timetable for Nigeria's 2027 general elections. The announcement was made on Friday in Abuja by the chairman of the commission, Professor Joash Amkweto, during a press briefing. According to the schedule, Nigerians will vote for the president and members of the National Assembly on February 20, 2027. Elections for governors and members of the State House of Assembly will take place 2 weeks later, on March 6, 2027. Earlier on February 4, the electoral body has revealed that it had completed work on the full timetable and schedule of activities for the 2027 polls. This came despite the delay in the amendment of the Electoral Act, which is still being considered by the National Assembly. The INEC stated at the time that it had already submitted its proposals to lawmakers. However, it admitted that some parts of the timetable could be affected depending on when the amended Electoral Act is eventually passed. In previous years, under the leadership of Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, the Commission had also set general elections dates for many years ahead. The move was aimed at reducing tension among voters and helping the Commission and other stakeholders plan better for future elections. More details are expected to be released by the Commission in due course. But the former Vice President ATIKU Abubakar has called on the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC to urgently reconsider the February 2027 date announced for the next general elections, describing it as insensitive and poorly judged. In a statement posted on his verified X handle, ATIKU argued that conducting elections during Ramadan could negatively affect participation and undermine inclusivity in the electoral process. According to him, fixing such a crucial civic activity in the middle of a major religious observance reflects poor judgment and a lack of sensitivity to Nigerians' socio-religious realities. The Minister of Works, David UMAHI, has staked his career on the quality of the Abuja-KADUNA KANO road project, declaring he will step down if the construction is proven to be inferior. During a heated budget defense session, lawmakers led by Senator Adams Oshomole questioned why a section of the project was reassigned to a company they described as an unknown entity previously linked to selling generators. Oshomole challenged the firm's reputation in road construction, but UMAHI dismissed these concerns, emphasizing results over the contractor's history. UMAHI argued that the durability of a road depends on oversight rather than just the choice between concrete or asphalt, noting that asphalt failures are often linked to poor oversight rather than material choice. Beyond the contractor dispute, UMAHI criticized the Federal Ministry of Finance funding structure, labeling the current cash plan anti-progressive to the success of the ministry, defending a 3.4 trillion budget proposal. He noted that over 95% of his ministry's projects are ongoing and require consistent capital releases to avoid delays. And now sports. Bolaji reaches final. Nana claims historic bronze at World Champions. Paris 2024 Paralympic bronze medalist Eniola Bolaji will battle for gold at the 2026 Para Badminton World Championship in Bahrain on Saturday after reaching the final with a commanding semi-final victory, according to report. The reigning African champion defeated China's Gaiying Yang 21-12, 21-16 in the women's SL3 semi-final at the new Capitol Indoor Hall on Friday to set up a final clash with Japan's Shino Kawai. Bolaji has been in imperious form throughout the tournament, opening her campaign with a 21-13, 21-12 win over Australia's Caroline Dransfield, ranked world number 18. She followed up with a crushing 21-3, 21-7 victory against Brazil's world number 10, Adrienne Avila. The Nigerian star comfortably dispatched Francis Melina Soro 21-13 and 21-12 in the round of 16 before overcoming Turkey's world number 5, Halime Yildiz 21-6, 21-9 in the quarterfinals. Meanwhile, Nigerians Chigozie Nnanna delivered a historic performance in the men's SL4 event, securing a bronze medal after a semi-final defeat to Indians world number 2, Naveen Sivakumar. With their podium finishes assured, Bolaji and Nina have become the first African players to win medals at the Para Badminton World Championships, a landmark achievement for Nigeria and the continent. Bolaji had earlier etched her name in history as the first African to win a Para Badminton medal at the Paralympic Games, claiming bronze at the 2024 Summer Paralympics. And now on entertainment. Mr. Macaroni drops romance bomb. Destiny Ekiko is the love of my life. Nigerian comedian and actor Adebowale Adedayo, popularly known as Mr. Macaroni, has set social media ablaze with a romantic Valentine's Day teaser, publicly declaring Nollywood actress Destiny Ekiko as the love of his life in the heartfelt post shared just ahead of February 14, 2026. In his X update posted on February 13, Mr. Macaroni captioned a series of affectionate photos and videos featuring himself and ATIKU with the simple yet explosive line, "The love of my life." The content, which quickly amassed over 32,000 likes, nearly 2,000 reposts, and more than 1 million views within hours, includes cozy moments that appear to confirm long-standing rumors of a romantic relationship between the two entertainers. Fans and media outlets interpreted the post as an official confirmation of their couple status, with several describing it as Mr. Macaroni finally unveiling his partner after years of speculation. Report from the entertainment platform noted that they tagged ATIKU directly in related Instagram shared, adding phrases like "My Valentine" at Destiny ATIKU's official, framing the announcement perfectly for the Global Day of Love. Mr. Macaroni breaks silence on 5th anniversary of Lekki shooting. The revelation has sparked widespread excitement and congratulations across Nigerian online communities, with many praising the pair's chemistry, often seen in collaborative skits, films, and public appearances, as having evolved into something deeper. Some followers jokingly reference Mr. Macaroni's iconic Daddy Wa character, wondering if Mommy Wa, a frequent co-star, was aware, while others celebrated the shift from on-screen to real-life romance. Mr. Macaroni, known for his satirical skit addressing social issues, family dynamics, and relationships, has historically been private about the personal life. In past interview, he described himself as not ready for commitment and even humorously claimed to be a virgin in romantic contexts, emphasizing personal growth over rushing into partnership. This public declaration marks a significant departure, signaling readiness for a new chapter's destiny. ATIKU, a prominent actress celebrated for her roles in Hollywood blockbusters, has not yet commented publicly on the post, but the shared media suggests mutual affection and comfort in going official. Famous Nigerian scholar, literary critic, public intellectual, Marxist, and committed trade unionist Professor BIODUN is dead. It was gathered that the world-class intellectual, popularly known as BJ, died on Wednesday, 11 February 2026 of renal failure, 1 month and 5 days after he celebrated his 80th birthday in Lagos. Born in Ibadan, Nigeria, Jeyifo earned a first-class bachelor's degree in English language from the University of Ibadan in 1970, followed by a master's from the same institution in 1973 and a doctorate from New York University in 1975. He also holds DLITT Honors Causa from Obafemi Awolowo University, formerly the University of Ife, where he taught for many years. Reflecting on that period, Jeyifo noted that it was at Ife he became the kind of teacher and person he had always tried to become. His distinguished career further includes senior professorship at Cornell University and Harvard University, where he was Professor Emeritus of African and African American Studies and of Comparative Literature until his passing. The range of his scholar and professional interests demonstrates his purposeful pursuit of knowledge that can bring about social change. African and Caribbean Anglophone literatures, theatrical theory and dramatic literature, Western and non-Western comparative African and Afro-American critical thought, Marxist literary and cultural theory, colonial and post-colonial studies, and 20th century revolutionary social philosophy and literature. And this is all we have for you on Weekend Pulse. Stay with us as we break down the issues, spotlight the voices that matters, and keep you informed with accuracy, balance, and insight only on Malachi TV. Please endeavor to follow our social media handles, YouTube channel at Malachi TV, Facebook, Malachi TV, MLC TV, Twitter, Instagram, Thread, X, and TikTok. Stay safe, stay informed, and keep your weekend with Weekend Pulse on Malachi TV. I am Avoid Muru. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of the weekend.